Hello, hello, everyone. I'm back. Good morning. Good morning. We're continuing our work on rigging the boy here. And getting these wings nice and just nice, I guess. All right, so here's our difficulty right now. I would prefer that when the wing expand, these points move with it. So what we really need are some poles. So we're going to go here. I want to make some. Yeah. So, just thinking. To do that, we need poles for each of them. Clear parent. Then turn off the deform. Point to RZ, which is kind of align that pointiness. Get them more into a mid point position. All right. What I'm kind of thinking though is that if we had like a circle here so that the poles would stay on a curve, most importantly is that they would be curved as they move. That would be kind of like the most ideal. No idea how to do that though. I could make a curve. And there are ways to snap objects to curves. If I go to the object constraints, there is one here. Spline IK, I believe. Even shrink wrap would probably work correctly. And where would that curve be? The curve would basically be. All right, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let's do these poles first. Let's just figure out how to work. So I'm going to take rig. This bone will be wing D pole. Pole dot L. Copy and paste over here. Okay. Now for our IK, again, the pole wing D. Okay, wing pole. Oh, nice. Wish they had a set inverse, but for this. All right. So now when we bend, it's not moving at all. Is that? This one should be moving. And it is, but the pole's not moving. No. Target. Okay. Span. Rig, and then the pole is there. If I move that, does it move now? No. What did I break? Did I just turn it off? I did. Okay, that's all. So now it's working. But as we rotate out and we move this one out, nothing happens because I also removed that again. Okay, perfect. So this is kind of what we want. Let's reset everything again. So we rotate it, and we see that this pole we would want out here, and we can already see how that's curving it, bowing this in a way that we like. Though we need to fix the wing itself. A lot of gaps here. Now, how? Okay, so rotating this is nothing. It's just the position that's going to determine this arc, which again is better. But I don't have to use a pole for each of these. Why couldn't I use just one pole for all of them? And we could have it be like back here and probably just match the height. Okay, let's try that. So what we'll do now, go back into edit mode, select all of these. No, let's just leave them for now. Back to post mode. So we're going to select each of these. One, two, three, four. And we're going to copy to selected, copy to selected, and I suppose copy this to selected too. A little funky, but now they're all listening to this one, for better or worse. Yeah, and if we just had this, also listen to the rotation. It's a tab. Let's have this bone be parented to this Control P, keep offset. So now, Control Tab, A-G, move everything back. Now when we rotate this out and rotate it, it should keep a nice arc. Definitely some kinks to work out, but it is better. And now it'll always be kind of aligned. Hide the wing material. Just look at these arches here. Again, much better arching. Still some odd snipping though, which is unfortunate. So I'd want like this position to have them all unfurled very nicely. Jesus. Uh, right, this should be maximum for all. It should all be pointed straight. Okay, so one problem solved, another problem countered. And again, that's because these IK points want to be between the tip and the root. It's always going to be on a straight line. But I would rather them curve here, basically. If they're just like we made a pole for the wings, if we had another point that was here, and this point was always between the base and here, like that. So it's always in these between these points. Then we could have the IKs always be between the tip always be between here, here, and here. So it's like are these 4 points? Getting complicated again. As we do, as we do. All right. So why do I have to have it attached to the root? I could just have it be parented exactly like this one, or the pole one, this guy. In fact, let's just use one of these. Move this one down, or actually just duplicate it, move it down. And it'll be right here. Okay. Let's make a backup copy. So this one will also have parented to the top. Control key. Keep off. So now, when this one moves, oops, they all move. This is kind of no different from what I already have. No, it is different. Just because I want it to be trying to stretch to a point that is further away than right now. If I look at this one, it's child of the rig and child of the root. And this root, it's not the root, the very base of the object, it is character. But so we want it to listen to this, which we'll call CC wing bottom dot L. And then we'll go say this one. We'll do paste that there. Set inverse. Alt R, Alt G, Alt R. Okay. So I take the bone, say set inverse, set inverse. And now I can rotate this one. And yeah, it's a little bit better, I think. It's basically trying to be in between these two. So I'm going to go ahead and take these, clear the constraints. Same here, clear, clear. This one, that's fine. So boom, boom, boom. Copy to selected, copy to selected. Now these ones all have this. If I rotate it, they're all trying to reach it. Okay. That looks like shit. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead, take these, remove all the constraints. We're gonna start this over. So right now, nothing should move, just the wing tip. Now, again, the main problem that we're having is the line that it's making, but more specifically that the line is too high. It always, this line that it creates was always, if we expanded the wing too far, it would push up into the wing. So it would be better to have a line we're creating that moves with the wing. Okay, so what we'll do here is we're going to separate, or we'll say, put one here. Clear parent, and we're going to just going to delete that. And we're going to snap it to this one, keep offset. I'm going to duplicate this, make it wing mid bottom dot L. Another amazing name, I know. But this one we're going to parent to this guy. So now we have this section, and the goal is to basically create a line that will always exist between There's a limit to how far it can unfurl. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. Duh. This is a lot simpler. All right. Okay, so we'll take these. We're going to delete them. Delete these bones. And instead, we want to have them all have child of constraint, but all of them should have this. All of these bones here should have that same child of constraint. So now they do. We just limit the influence 0.75, 5, and 0.25. And that way, all you have to do is rotate this one, and they'll all follow that. And we just need to place this pole one in a better position, and we're good. Easy. Easy peasy. So vertically, that kind of sucks. How about if we just, how about we do like the lowest one is 0.5 or 0.75. That's just smaller increments there. Then 0.85, 0.95. Because then there still should be, that's pretty negligible. I mean, that's pretty good, honestly. Not too bad. Like we'd want this one. There. So 0.5. 1.5. Should be 0.7. 0.5. Two markations between 0.5 and 1. That should be, it's an odd number. That's why it's hard. It's basically a third, is what I'm asking. Divide it into thirds, so it'd be 0.65 and 0.85, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Just attach everything to the wing. I think we'll still need some changes for sure. So it's not quite perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay. So if I do this, I rotate it, and then I select I can't turn off rotation. Okay, then it'll go down there. Which means I would love a child of constraint that does 100% location and only minimal rotation. That's what I want. So we'll have two of them. So for this one, you are 100% location. Set inverse. And then we'll duplicate and then set this one to just rotation and then say 0.5. Set inverse. And now I guess we put the rotation one first. Oh, odd. Wait. Yeah, okay, location. Okay. No, that just means does it influence that bone's rotation? Wait, let me redo this. So, like this. I got this guy. Turn on the rotation. Set inverse, whatever. And I rotate it out. I rotate it out. Right now it's at 100. That's why it looks different. 100%. If I turn off rotation, and set inverse, and then I rotate, it doesn't move. So clearly, I would assume that that means that the rotation of this bone, wrote, doesn't affect this one. But the movement of it does, which is exactly what I'm seeing. The movement affecting the bone. We actually do want to change this again. So right now the rotation of this one is affecting everything, but it should be this bone. And we want to have this bone listen to the rotation of this one. This one shouldn't. Yeah, that'd be a bit better. Because that way, when I move it down, you see how it straightens out? That's not what we want. That's a result of these ones listening to the rotation of this one and this bone. So the more you know. So let's go ahead and do that right. So what's this bone? Wing, main, 3. Go here. Boom, boom. Set inverse. Boom, boom. Set inverse. Boom, set inverse. And yeah, it should be set inverse. And then here we have the IK. If I include rotation, and I wish we had a set inverse. Okay. So I want to add another constraint here for the, I believe it's copy rotation. Of our bone here, wing main IKR or L. We want it to just follow on the x-axis. Interesting. Okay, that means we're going to disable that IK. select this bone, select this one, and copy to select it. And we're going to make sure this is just a shift 2. We'll select this one, remove the IK, and we can re-enable this one. So now, all right, now a lot has changed, but it looks real messed up right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to move the cursor to selected. Take this bone, Shift S, oops, Shift S, selection to cursor, keep offset, and then put this there, move this back, and now the handle's in a really good spot because it'll move and then it'll rotate separately rather than having it kind of bundled together. We're getting exactly what we want. Noise. But we do want this one to also copy, I believe, the Z rotation. So we can do that. Flappies. All right. So a lot has changed. Let's turn off these axes. Way too much to look at. So now, we want these to be all of these, okay, to listen to 100% of the location. That is exactly as it should be. Right? So when I move it like this, it all moves together. But when I rotate, that's when I want there to be difference. So what I want is another child of constraint that just does rotation and has limited influence. So let's say 0.5, 0.35. And then we select the one it's listening to, which is this bone here. Target, rig, this bone. Just rotation, set inverse. And so now, unfortunately, nothing happens there. That's where I was running into trouble. And that's because so close to figuring this out. Okay. So, child of constraints, probably not what we want to use. So, we're just going to focus on just this one right now. We want a copy location with offset. And we want to target, again, that same bone, offset, target. Oh, I don't know. Local with parent, local with parent. So now, okay. It's kind of moving, but it's moving a lot less. Local space to world space? I don't know what this means. uh, Post space. Actually, I should just move it here and see if what changes. World space, post space, local with parent, local space. No. Guess this one should be post space. This one should be world space. Okay, so not that one. Local with parent to world space. Ooh, that looks pretty close, I think. But then we're countering the problem I wanted to avoid. All right, so not that. Again, the child of men is so close. So close. See, if I just do this, let's say reg rotation 0.5 set inverse. Now when I rotate, okay, it is. Okay, so it just doesn't work as I thought it did. The problem is I don't want it to squish like this when it goes down. I want it to maintain position 100%, but when I rotate it, oh, okay. No. I can, of course, just parent these bones to our main IK, right? If I did that, let's try it. You can always get back up. Then they 100% always moved with it. Right now, these ones have these other child of constraints on, which is making it act a little funky. But if we just did that now, 100%, they're always going to move with the K. All right. So the question is, so there we go. We got 100% movement north. Okay, I can't do this for much longer. Taking too much time to do this. Let's say 11, and then I just stop. A little bit easier to see here. So again, now I have this movement. It looks really good. I like it. But what I want to change is this. Oh, but I do have this limit distance. What should be limited? I think this bone. Wing main 2.l. So if we go here and I say rig, wing main 2.l, limit the distance. So I can move with it pretty easily. Oh, that's the same problem. But that's pretty cool. Just needed to do it like that, but more downward. More down. So it's actually stretching out. So if I do that, I want them fully extended. Fully extended. Like this. Closer. Closer. All right, so back here. Limit distance. But it's just a matter of perhaps finding the right bone. Or maybe if we look at this, if I had a bone attached to here that was like right there, extend. Limit distance, we can also have limit. No, limit distance seems to be right. My cat snoring right now. It's really cute. Sounds like a distant owl at first. Ooh, clamp region outside. So 2 meters from this bone. Interesting. So we do have a limit distance where we can push it certain directions. Okay. If I duplicated this and I said, stay outside the wing main. Me. All right. I'm getting. I need to. All right. I only got 1 more hour to work on this, and then we're stopping. I'm very, very close to figuring it out because we've got the rotation. We've got everything moving correctly, except for this guy. But for the most part, everything moving correctly. But I want to be able to stretch this. Okay. This one is rotating. We're rotating this. These are parented to that. Copy rotation's not the same thing. Oh god. We want it to move with it 100%, but when I rotate it, for it to not move as. The distinction is that rotating the top means a movement for the bottom ones. So, it's not. Right, 1 to 1. Let's just try it. Limit rotation. What's that do? Move it completely, rotate this. Nothing is locked, but we'll limit all of them, sure. Doesn't really mean anything for that. Nice. Okay. Enough of that. Oh, but I have this nice tip here. Hey there, Kai. Welcome. Why can't I use limit distance for this one? Okay, we're doing rigging stuff, or trying to. Figuring some stuff out. Hope you're having a good day. Interesting. So now, oh, I think we've got it. So now, if I do that, we have this limit distance, and I can turn the influence. So we'll say influence of 0.75. Did invite you to what I could, but still block, and I'm having a good day. Good. Well, thank you for that. I much appreciate it. Um, Perfect. Ugh. All right. Well, I'll fart around that a little later. I'm gonna go close my door. I'll be back. Doing some landscaping, so it's kind of loud. Excuse me. All right. So I think we figured it out. We needed a limit distance on these to a point that we actually want to use. Yeah, it looks much more natural. Did have a question for you. So the ringing. So how would you use the IK for the right side? Seen it on left side of Jen. Um, so for the uh, Auto Rig Pro, if you're looking at their rigs right here, they have if you select any of the boxes, as long as you have the add-ons I sent installed, they have these snap to IKs right here. So I can swap it, like if you're referring to the like the limbs and stuff, but that way you can go from IK to FK. And it does a pretty good job. So FK is only rotations, basically, um, which for better or worse. And but yeah, so you just snip them, snap, and snap like that. So just depending on which one you want to use. Um, Sorry, I got some on my nose. So you should be able to go into pose mode, and you select any of these box ones, these box shapes, and it should have in the tool rig main properties. Here, I'll just send a screenshot of this. It should be available to you. To my understanding, it should be available to you. Um, so let's send that your way. But if you're in pose mode, should be able to see it like that. Hard getting that damn hand to hold paper. I don't doubt it. It is a challenge. All of it's definitely, it's still one of those things where it's like literally just a lot of learning. Um, but I wish you well with it. And just, yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I certainly don't mind helping out. There we go. We can fold these nicely. Say one, and oh, sorry, 0.1 is what I meant to say. Gotcha. This one should be less 0.3 or so. This one would be 5. This one's the closest one. And it should also be 1. All right, that's a lot better. It's still funky, but it's certainly improved. Let's say 0.5, 3. All right. And then our pose bone that we're using, this guy, we want him to be basically right. Here. What we need to adjust is for each of these. Did have an issue before, I think, because the Viceme poses kept forcing our eyes to look straight forward no matter the pose. But I think I got made a new pose layer, I think. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. That would be. I think I know which one that would be. I could take a look later, but I think I know what would do that. Oh, it's this. This one here. I want this to be not copy, but add. Yeah. All right, that's better. Better. Yeah. Then boom, boom, boom. These should be. It's the limit. How do I have it? Offset maintain distance? Hey, figure that out in a second. Movement's so egregious. Let me do this really quick. So why does this one not move at all? It moves a little because it's trying to get this distance. So how do I get the distance between two elements? That would be perfect. Blender, get distance between two. Measure. Tab. Here. Sure. 0.37. Copy that. How do I clear it? Make a new one. Oh Lord. Tool, workspace, item. Is it an annotation? No. Oh, just click it again. All right, like that. 0.38, something like that. So we do this. W 0.38. Now, perfect. Doesn't move, but it should still have influence. And then we go here, measure from this to this, 0.534. All right, pretty freaking close. And then to go here, ruler. From here to here, 0.8. All right. Can you go away? There we go. There we go. And now we can turn up the influence a little. All right, so let's expand. Click this. This is way wrong. Should have been 0.0k, like that. That's what it should have been. Now we have span. All right. That was a lot of work. But I think we got it. And everything's kind of right where it should be. The only thing we want to change is this guy right here. He's got some sort of IK thing. He should. But he just kind of moves around. I do this, and he gets kind of spun around. A little too much. So what do I do there? Because that's kind of a difficult. I think I would just have to animate it. All right. Now we have to recreate that on the left or right wing, and then we're good to go. Go cry. All right, I see what to do with that. I'm going to go to tab, and this guy, this IK handle, you are going to be parented to the spine. No. Stupid. Shit. Definitely needs something, because look at that. That's just so. It's like it's broken or something. Just don't look very good, to be quite honest. I think it needs to be. That's because it's just not moving at all. All right. I thought it was. Oh, well, now it's parented to the spine. So if we parent it to this one, tab, boom, boom, control P, keep offset. What do you do? That's pretty good actually. That's better. That's much more consistent and expected behavior. And we can always use this to unfold the wing completely or even bring it back if we need to. Alrighty, so take these. And this, go to bone, copy to selected. Just now realizing how different this bone is compared to everything else. Let's redo that really quick. Tab. There, that's much more consistent. Same with this one. All right. That's a lot of bullshit, but we're doing it. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. M, this layer. That way we can go here and we can have just this nice view with all the wing handles. It's very nice. We're missing a few. Just double checking the names and all that jazz. All right, back to these as well. So we also want this one to have a torus or display bone. Copy the selected. Let's scale this up, actually, not that one. And not that much, just 2. And again, M there. Just get all the wing controls to one spot. Now, if I were to delete these bones, and then take these bones, dang it. Delete these bones. Either way, I have to do some symmetrizing, like this. Armature, symmetrize. Do they perhaps inherit the IK? Ho 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 ho! All right, that saved me so much time. Holy shit. I was like, it's gonna be another 30, 40 minutes just to get the other wing set up. JK, instant. All right, so now we have our wing controls. This will be what we're looking at most of the time. Oh, dope. Okay, now if we go in here, we propose again. If I adjust any of these values, do they show up on the other side? No, that's okay. Now we can pose. I don't think it's perfect. It's certainly not like perfection. It will get me the range of poses I need for it to look really good. So let's go ahead and do File, Save, Copy. Wing, rig, finalized. Save. Nice. That's pretty metal. Pretty metal. Glad we got that. Glad we got that figured out. Let's move on. So we're gonna go ahead and just rename this rig to install. That name will correct. And let's focus on just getting the body mesh finalized. So what we need to do is apply the mirror to the body, also to the eyeballs. We're actually going to combine the eyeballs with the body. Then we're going to do our wings. Head. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Going back a few steps. All right, we have a little bit more weight painting to do actually, because the mouth is not done. Mouth is not done. So let's select body, just the rig, isolate them, go into weight painting mode, and let's take a look at this mouth. So, first thing to do is we want to basically select just the bottom. Actually, I should be able to do that. Wait, if I do this, yeah, okay, perfect. So just where it connects, but everything else pretty good. All right. So now that we have that selection, we'll go back to weight painting. We'll do Q paint mask because we want to make sure the influence at the top is not attached to the bottom, which is definitely something I'm experiencing right now. And same with the other way, so we'll invert that selection. Go at the bottom, lips and stuff. There's no, it's got no influence. We'll want this one to have at least some influence. Yeah. All right. Next. That looks quite good. Remove that. Boom. Boom, boom. A little too much. Just this top section. Blur that. All right, now we should be able to grab the jaw, and the mouth opens. Still, clearly, not perfect. So, but we're making progress. Go here. We want to make sure that nothing here. But we do have a few other bones to consider, which I did not include in my visualization. Let's do, yeah. Yes, there. So this is the jawbone that we're looking at. To remove any influence it might have on the upper mouth. It's pretty good. The tongue bone. Oh, surprisingly nothing on the tongue bone. But then we also have the teeth. Nothing. We also have the chin bones. Perfect. All right, almost there. Almost there. Um, it has influence here. Jaw. Was the jawbone? At least a little bit. Still something on the tip of the mouth here. There we go. And looking over here, clearly we've got some additional influence. Something else is still pulling on it. That's the eye. Oh. Gotcha. So the eyes have some influence on here. And do I see any other bones? Hard to view them all. That seems a little too extreme for that influence, so most likely it's just missing influence now. Which, yeah, that's precisely what's going on. Just need to blend that nicely on both sides there. And voila! The mouth open. Ah! um, mm. All right, there's still a lot pulling on the top of the face. On top of the face. So, what else can we limit influence wise? That's definitely something we don't want. In fact, we can just remove the tongue weight completely. Better. Better. Yeah, still. I mean, some of the bones do move here, so it's probably a bit of what we're seeing. Um, I would also like to just bring in some influence from the head just to keep certain things a little stiffer, tougher on the top. The jaw will need to be, the jawbone will need to be the influence on the bottom. Here's that. I try to make it match bone structure as best I can. That's a nice way to think about it. All right. Nice. Looking pretty good, though. Let's take a look at these eyes. This is a corner. Should be overlapped like that. That one is no weight at all. Yeah, we definitely want to add some. Right about there. So smooth it and do a little bit right where it should influence. This one, just a little bit more red, right where it should have the most direct influence. This one really shouldn't have much influence that low. A little bit's okay, not a ton. This one, same other direction, should be limited right about there. This one definitely shouldn't have any influence past that point. In fact, this should really be like that. Look at that little happy face. All right. So this one closing this way looks pretty bad. If we could move some influence here over, smooth this out a little bit, a little nicely. But we also could do with it just having a stronger grab. So, what's the other one? This one here, also a little bit stronger. This area. Let's go inside the head. Right about there, so smooth it. God, it's hard to see what's going on. Okay, so that's a good start. I would prefer. Ooh, that looks good. A little bit smoother. Get smoother influence because it just kind of makes the eyelid a little bit jagged if I'm a little too strong arm with my or adding of weight. All right, so I'm gonna go into turn off gizmos, go into a solid view, grab the eyelid one more time. Looks like we'll be able to get a very nice blink. Now, eyebrow. Like the eyebrow, that is way too much influence there. So we'll go ahead and start calling it. I want it to just be localized around the eyebrow. This one's very limited. So we'll just remove everything and start it from scratch because it's so small. Such a minute influence so far. This one's way too big. It should not be touching the horn at all. The horn should not move with an eyebrow in any way. In any way. Also, don't want it pulling on the eyelid. No good. And that's awful. The eyebrows moving the whole head? I don't think so. Okay. But that's why we check. That's why we check. Just never know what the automatic weight's gonna give you. This one should not be pulling on the eye. I initially ignored that, but no. No eye pull. What I've realized moving forward is like I like making nice blend shapes where because that's actually what you'll take in. It's like bringing in a nice blend shape into a video game. But the reality is, it's like if you could spend that time making a better rig, then if you ever need to redo that blend shape, it's a lot easier. It's like if I ever need to make a blink blend shape, easy. Like everything's already in place to make that happen. Okay. So most of the body is good already. Um, what we need to do now is make the ear bones. So we'll go to just this layer here, enter tab mode, shift A. I'm going to set it back to octahedral. It's a little easier to, I'm just more used to this view. And we'll line it up. About there, so. And then I'll name it cc underscore ear 1.l. And we will subdivide it twice. So we get 3 bones. Usually 3 bones are pretty good for an ear. All right. We want to parent it to the head. Control P, keep offset. And then just make sure the names are correct. Select it, armature, symmetrize. All right, back to weight painting. Select this guy right here. Oh, this guy. We'll select just the ear, paint mask. That's okay. We'll just focus on this for right now. So something like that. And then limiting it from the back again. Wait, 1. Boom. Boom. And lastly, which goes like this. Then we want to go to the head and wait out. Actually, a little bit more influence just right there. All right. So we also need to go to these bones and just ensure that they do have a group. So the mirror modifier can work its magic. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed your message, Kai. No clue why. Just then, when I clicked render, it forced my eyes to go back straight. That's why I showed render, because I got it to work. Well, it does look great. Good job on the render. Yeah, I don't know why that would be. Eyes should look correct. Could just be something with the shader, perhaps? Yeah. Okay, so now we still have more to do for the face or mouth, really. We're going to go ahead and get into teeth. So where are those? Right there. So teeth are funny when it comes to rigging, especially with this rig. We want to first control P armature, isolate it. It was the Vicene rig forcing the eyes forward. I made a new layer rig and it fixed. Okay. And that was in Blender that was happening? Perfect. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, if that's happening in Blender, I think that's the best spot for that to happen. But that certainly is odd. I don't know why that would be. Vicene rig forcing the eyes forward. Must have been a shape key or a blend shape or something. I just need to go back into the rig and edit the reference bones because this tongue is humongous. So to really get it properly rigged, we're going to have to move it back. Do I have more? Be great if the tongue had more bones we could add to it by default, but it does not appear to be the case. All right, that's pretty good. Save, match to rig. All right. Save. Boom. Boom. All right. So now we can move the tongue around. Looks pretty good. Weight paint, weights, smooth, all groups, twice. Better. Lastly, we want to armature deform the last set of teeth, and then we'll go to here. Just going to double check vertex groups. There's none. As expected. Control tab, weight paint. Now we have the bottom group here, which we'll want to weight paint. 2. Oh, I messed up on the previous teeth because I need to click this and do that. Boom. Control tab, weight paint, select this one, just click over here. Boom. All right, so now let's check the jaw. Cool. That's really satisfying. Nom, nom, nom. There we go. Still more tweaks to be made. But that's okay. Just how this stuff goes. Now these teeth here, that is unfortunate that they're poking through. But now we have some really good data on how to alter the body. So if we go in here, what we can do is actually just begin to place these a bit better. Like a dentist almost. All right, I like that. And next we'll do the top teeth. I'm not too worried about preventing it from not poking the tongue, just because no one's really going to be able to see that. I might poke the tongue a little bit. I'm okay. That's really fun though. It's very fun to actually like make them the mouth and stuff. I feel like Dr. DeSoto. There's a reference for you. That's fun. All right. So very solid progress. I think we can go ahead and combine teeth, tongue, and body. Thankfully, they all have a mirror mod. Well, I have to be a little careful just in case any of the intersecting vertices combine together. That could yield some problems. So let's just hold off on that for now. This one we can definitely switch to. Ooh, I almost lost them. I almost lost them. Those ones will have to apply very last. But we can get them rigged, which is the whole point of what we're trying to do at this moment. So armature deform, select mesh data transfer, but transfer vertex groups. And now we see that they move with the body. They move with the body. Nice. Hair also needs to be raised up. And for now, we will also just do that exact same thing. First, parent to the armature. Then sample the vertex groups. Now, should work with body. One thing is not working. And is that on the body or the hair? It's on the body itself. So what is that? Where is that? Somewhere in the mouth. Actually, we'll just do this. Control Tab RX. Then select weight paint. Who are you? Something on the mouth, it looks like. So we'll just hit it with a little bit of smoothing. Easy. Now, for one of the more challenging ones, the wings. I'm going to delete all the groups. Oh. Of course. Wait. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. So. There's nothing in Rig Tools on your end. Have you installed those add-ons? But you do see the rig properties, which means it should be there. You may just have the wrong thing selected. Uh, but the fact that you see those options at all means that the add-ons are working. Just make sure you have the box around the hand or the box on the arm selected. Correct. You have it's selection dependent. So far the wings are working as intended. No, no. It's just if you don't know what to expect, then that's fine. I wouldn't beat yourself up over that. You don't know what you don't know. All right, so this one's interesting. I'm going to combine the wings with the body, and then we may need another bone. The wings. Yeah, I don't know how else that's going to work. We'll need bones for these ones. So I'm going to separate those ones. For now, just use the. Oh, before I separate them. No. That looks pretty good. Then boom, apply, boom, parent, Control P. Transfer vertex groups. Now, perfect. Appears to come with, sort of. There we go. Now we can apply the mirror. Slowly adding all the pieces together. All the different meshes, making sure they're rigged properly. Oh, what the? Yeah, that's where I would expect it. Gotcha. It was just moved slightly. If I weight paint these, they will not work correctly. It's just that simple. They will not work correctly if I weight paint them. I have to create bones. So select this bone and this bone, put cursor right in between them. No. I'll select this, put cursor right there. Then tab Shift A. And this will be CC underscore wing piercing 1 dial. Copy that. All right. And then here, we'll make same thing. Shift A. Like so. I want to symmetrize these. Now, when it comes to this, we really need a child of both of them. For this one, wing D3. So the other one must be wing C3. Boom. Duplicate. Like that. Set inverse, set inverse. So that way, I'll always stay right in between. Don't know what to do. I think that's what has to happen. Okay. Good. I'm actually going to select the other side and delete it. Because that way we can copy the constraints over. Wait. What? Where'd my constraints go? Didn't I just add a bunch of cool constraints? Yes, I see them here. Thank you. What? Doesn't matter. Fusing. This one should be B3.L. Set inverse, set inverse. Oopsies. That was the wrong one. This one. Wing B 3.L. Set inverse. And now it'll sit between those two. All right. Then we go into edit mode, select both of these, and symmetrize them. The reason we do it after is because they now inherit our modifiers. We have to make sure they're set up correctly by setting the inverses, but they are. All right, next step. So we're going to take our bone name here, copy, go to this here, add some vertex groups, boom, enter, boom. So now we've created the appropriate vertex groups. We will then select this one, assign it, and then select this one and assign it, and then P, armature deform, and now they should move with the wings. They do. Awesome. And that is something we can copy into Blender. Or sorry, Unity. Blender. D. All right. And the wings will certainly need a little bit of fine tuning. A little bit of fine tuning. All right. What else is there to do? Not much. Everything is basically done. Oh, did I confirm? I believe they're working on both sides. Yeah. Awesome. Go ahead and combine our piercings with all the other pieces. I'm actually going to re-separate the wings for now. I just don't want them to affect the armor because that's what we're going to work on next, which should be pretty straightforward, getting the armor to work with the body. For now, though, we'll select all these pieces. We're going to test inside of Unity, making sure everything's importing correctly. And then we'll go on lunch, come back, get the armor rigged. We're good to go. Still stupid. We're ready for the next steps. After those steps, there's some more steps. Basically, we do a lot of steppy. Loading, loading, loading. Do 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 do. Oh, kitty. Oh, you're snoozing away. You're just snoozing the whole day away. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, it's taking a while to load. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're in. So now we take the rig and just the items. We're going to export AutoRig Pro, selected objects only, export. What are you doing? She doesn't. Uh, uh, maybe I'll sit this way. No, maybe that way. Oh, tough choices. All right. So now that we've done that, we can go to FBX, configure, and we'll do just some quick testing. Make sure things aren't incredibly busted by going to muscles and settings. I wish we could change the view on this, but that's okay. All right, the tail doesn't have any sort of dynamics, so it's just a straight point. That's expected. Right, and I believe the hand had some surprises for us. Yes, yes. When it opens and closes, the fingers are just kind of skewed. We want it like that. That's what we want. But I believe that's just the axis alignment of our finger mounts. So let's go ahead and go back here, select the rig, and do edit reference mounts. Let's take a look at these axes. So, looks pretty good to me. Sort of. This one's definitely funky. Here. I think what we're going to do is we'll select this bone, the rest of them, to Q recalculate off active bone. We'll do that for all of these. So we can also use a little bit of tweaking. Just that. All right. So now that should have very accurate rolling. Looks like we need to do the same for this side too. Not a symmetrical process apparently. All right, I didn't have symmetry when I was doing it. It's actually a problem. Let me back up really quick. Okay. Yeah, let's just back all the way up. Boom. Axes. Make sure mirror's on. And then redo. Did that change both of them? I believe it did. But I definitely want that on for when I adjust the positioning of the finger, the knuckle on this one here. So that's important. And looking over here, yes, those are now aligned properly. Oh, we also want to take a look at the thumb. So for our thumb, a bit unsure how it should roll. When we look at our thumb here in the model, configure, zoom in, muscles. How is it rotating? Finger open and close. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. We're just going to straighten it, but I think that's fine. It's fine. Match to rig. Export one more time. Take a look at this once again. Just the hand is really our main concern. Do not crash, Blender. Do not crash. Perfect. Save. Odd. What's going on? I think something is clicked. Okay. That was very odd. Let's make a backup copy. Okay, turn off axes, select everything, file, AutoRig Pro. Boom. Configure. Mesh. Ooh. Let's actually go back to mapping and do pose, reset, sample, enforce, apply, and done. Then take a look at the muscles. They're still a little funky. I'll be interested to see if how VR chat handles that. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone for now. Okay, so we got 20 minutes till lunch. I'm gonna go ahead and work on one final tweak to our wings. Basically, we want to update the texture. We just want a soft shadow along the bottom. And I think that will kind of just give it a real nice look. Real nice. Perfect. Bevel, shadow, template. Turn up the smoothing on that. Distance doesn't need that much, but that is going to look nice. Save. And then, well, still saving. Still saving. It's taking a real long time to save. Okay. There we go. Wow. That's annoying. It's literally just that. That's all I did. What is going on with that? Okay. Much better. Just gives it that pop. Otherwise, it's just too flat. Too flat. But now, maybe a little too intense. Let's go ahead and just lower it right about there. And X before I save. It just takes too fucking. Yeah. Save. Then we can close this. What I should have done, and I will definitely take this to heart in the future, is one substance painter project per material. It's just too annoying to wait on these long saves. It's like, it's too much. All right. But cool. Looks very cool. I think I may add a shadow to the inside of these piercings later. Okay. Um, we're going to go ahead and call it right here for lunch. I only have about 15 more minutes, but I'm hungry now, and my lunch is going to be a little bit shorter today. So I just want to say thank you, everyone who has been hanging out with me this morning. Very fun. Kai, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and it's cool to see you work on the rig and stuff. Very excited to see the renders you create. And everyone else who's lurking, who haven't yet that follow button, I'm doing this every day, all day. So certainly would love for you to hang out and see what I get up to. Uh, but I'll be back very soon. It's going to be about an hour, hour and a half. Get some food, then I'll come back and we're going to finish the rigging of the character. And we're pretty much in the home stretch now. It'll either be today or tomorrow that we're done completely. So stay tuned. I'll see you all very soon. Have a great time. Bye.